Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel NCRT series. Today we are starting with a new chapter, that is chapter 12, Buildings, Paintings and Works. In this slide you could see the image of a pillar. This is an iron pillar at Mehrauli, Delhi. This is made up of iron and its height is 7.2 meter and it weighs over 3 tons. This is made about 1500 years ago. And how we know about that? Because that is inscribed on this pillar, that this pillar was made around 1500 years ago. And even the name of the ruler was inscribed on that pillar, named Chandra. Probably he belonged to the Gupta dynasty. And it is an iron pillar, but still this has not rusted in all these years. So buildings in the brick and stone. So what are stupa? Stupa means a mound. What is relic casket? So there is a small box, which is placed at the center or a heart of the stupa. So that box may contain the remains of Buddhas, like such as the teeth, bone, or the ashes, or the remains of his follower, or the things they used, as well as the precious stones and coins. So that box may contains all these things, and that is called as the relic casket. Then coming to the Pradakshina path, this was led around the stupa. Still, whenever we go to temple, we do Pradakshina around a temple. So that path is called as a Pradakshina path, and it has an entrance to the path that was through the gateways. Devotees used to walk over there and take a walk around this temple in this Pradakshina path. Then Garbhagriha. Garbhagriha was the most important part of the temple because this is where image of the chief deity was placed. Yeah, in the image you could see this is the great stupa at the Sanchi, which is present in the Madhya Pradesh, and this was built around like several centuries, and probably this was built during the Ashoka's time, maybe. Shikara was built on the top of the Garbhagriha, and there are many temples which had mandapas. We shall see some temples. So, in the image, you could see this temple. Wait, this temple. 1 second. Yeah, this one. This is an early temple at Bitargaon, which is in the present day Uttar Pradesh. This was built around 1500 years and was made up of a baked brick and stone. And this is a monolithic temple at Mahabalipuram. This is carved out of a huge single piece of stone. That's why it's called as the monoliths. And one more, next temple we shall see. This this is the Durga temple at Aihole. This was built about 1400 years ago. In Aihole and in the Mahabalipuram, we could find some of the finest stone temples. Next, how were stupas and temples built? I have not written anything about this because I'll just explain how these were built. Usually, to build the stupas or temples, more expenditure was needed. So, kings and queens decided to build these temples because as the expensive was high. So, first, for this, good quality of stone has to be found, quarried, and that stone has to be transported to a place where the stupa or the temple has to be built. And those rough blocks of stone had to be shaped and carved into a pillars, and they has to be placed in a particular place. So it had a very so much of work. And I'll show you an image. This is the Jain monastery, which is in Orissa. This is a two-story building that was carved out of the rock surface, and Jain monks lived and meditated in these rooms. Next, we shall see about paintings. So, Ajanta is a place where several caves were hollowed out of the hills over centuries, and I'll show you some of the images of paintings. Yeah, you could see this image and this image. Some images, and there were many caves where monasteries of Buddhist monks used to live in those caves, and they were painting inside those caves. So most of these paintings, they were done in the light of the torches, and you could still see the color is so vivid. Even this is around 1500 years ago, but still the color is so vivid. This is because these colors were derived from the plants and animals. Next, we shall see about the word of books. So, what are epics? Epics means grand, long composition about heroic men or about the woman, and that includes the story about the gods. Now, Silapadikaram, what is this? This is a famous Tamil epic. Next, this Silapadikaram that was composed by the poet, his name was Hango, and that was composed around 1800 years ago. Then another Tamil epic, that is the Manimekalai, that was composed by Sattanar around 1400 years ago. Next, recording and preserving the old stories. So what is Purana? Purana means old, which contains the stories about the gods and goddesses such as the Vishnu, Shiva, Durga or the Parvati. And Puranas, they were written in a simple Sanskrit, and they were meant to heard by everybody, including women and Shudras, because women and Shudras, they were not supposed to read Vedas. So, but these Sanskrit Puranas, they could hear these Sanskrit Puranas. Women and Shudras, they could hear these Sanskrit Puranas. And there are two Sanskrit epics, that is, one is the Mahabharata and Ramayana. This has been so popular, and we all know about Mahabharata and Ramayana, right? So the Puranas and Mahabharata are supposed to have been compiled by Vyasa, and Valmiki is recognized as the author of the Sanskrit Ramayana. So Ramayana has been written by Valmiki, and Puranas and Mahabharata has been composed by Vyasa. Story told by the ordinary peoples. When ordinary peoples used to say the stories, and those stories, they are called as Jatakas and the Panchatantra. They were written down around this time, and stories from the Jatakas were often shown on the railings of stupas and in paintings in the places such as Ajanta. We could see there these Jatakas. Next, writing books on science. So, this was a time when Aryabhatta, he's a mathematician and an astronomer, he wrote a book in the Sanskrit that is known as the Aryabhatyam. And Varahamitra, Brahmagupta and Bhaskaracharya, they were also some other mathematicians and important mathematicians and astronomers. Then, and we all know that zero was invented in India by our mathematicians. So this system of counting was adopted by the Arabs, then it spread to the Europe, and it continues to be in use throughout the world. Then coming to the Ayurveda, Ayurveda is a well-known system of health science that was developed in the ancient India. And the two famous practitioners of Ayurveda in the ancient India were the Charaka and Sushruta. Charaka Samhita, that was written by Charaka, and that is remarkable book on the medicine. In his treatise Sushruta Samhita, Sushruta speaks about elaborate surgical procedures. So, Charaka Samhita written by Charaka, and Sushruta Samhita is written by Sushruta. And this is a point. So, important points at the end of the chapter it was there. It's like paper was first invented in China about 1900 years ago by a man. His name was Kailun. So, yeah, this was all about this chapter. And all these notes are available in my Instagram ID, UPSC Zone. Please do follow it. Link in the description. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel NCERT series, and do press the bell icon to get the notification as soon as I upload any of the videos. Thank you so much.